Hello friends, hi, hello and welcome. Myself Professor Arvind Gupta and I am here right now to tell you about OSI model. It is a very unique concept and very nice concept to learn because whenever you want to connect with the different systems, you require OSI model and configuration. Whenever you are when you are programming your application, when you are building an application which is required to communicate with different applications, you require OSI model technique, which is widely used whenever you build an application. So if you don't know about the OSI model, then it is a very good topic to understand, by which you can uh, create your application that can be communicate with each other with different devices. So very important topic, very unique topic. Everyone, if you are a programmer, if you are working into an application, then OSI model is very I must say it is the base of an networking. If you don't know about the OSI model, then you cannot build an application. So, telling about the OSI model is a open system interconnection model. So, whenever you require to communicate with a different system, this architecture will work. The communication architecture is very important. So you need to know about the strategy for connecting host computers and other communicating equipments. If we want to communicate with different devices. If you are hosting on a server, if your application is hosting on a server, then this application should needed to be communicate with the client PC. So for this purpose, you need to require the communication architecture very well. So next, when you say, then define necessary elements for data communication between devices. The second topic is uh, defines necessary elements for data communication between devices. So when you are defining the necessary elements, then it should be the protocols where the devices is required to be communicated. So on each element of a layer, whenever you are working on a layer, each element of each on each layer, the different protocol is required. Okay. So when a communication architecture works, therefore defines a standard for communicating with hosts. So a programmer, if you are a programmer, then a programmer formats data in a manner defined by the communication architecture and passes it on to the communication software. So when it is required, when data defined by the communication architecture and passes on to the communication software. So means that server is communicating with the host client, then this system works. Okay. And if you have any query about this communication system, then you can comment on my video, and definitely I will reply on my videos. And subscribe first and like and comment on my videos. So I will provide you next video, in my future video, very unique concepts about this topic. Okay. So next topic is separating communication functions adds flexibility. For example, we do not need to modify the entire host software to include more communication devices. So when communication architecture works, so you require to separate communication functions. Okay. So we need, for example, we do not need to modify the entire host software to include more communication devices. So if we are working on a server, then you do not need to modify that particular host PC. Understanding? If you are working on a server, then two or more devices can access the application simultaneously. Okay. So that is the biggest advantage of this OSI interconnection. So what is layer architecture? Layer architecture simplifies the network design, and it is easy to debug network application in a layered architecture network. So the network management is easier due to layered architecture. So network management is easier due to layered architecture. So network layer follow a set of rules called protocol. So I already told you about the protocol, that at each layer, on each layer, the protocol is required. Okay. So when if you are working into communication, then you must need to know about the protocol. So what is protocol? So what protocol is a set of information, okay, which is binded to communication. Okay, so the protocol defines the format of the data being exchanged, that is already written, and the control and the timing for the handshake between layers. So whenever a handshake occurs within two layers, then protocol must need to communicate with each layer. So in this process, uh, protocol plays a very important role. So if you are working on a protocol, then you can directly communicate with the systems. And if you are programming an application, so protocol must be clearly defined between each layer. So after this, what is OSI model? So I already, as I briefed you, OSI model is Open System Interconnection Model. So it is an widely used ISO established committee in 1977 to develop architecture for communication. So when communication started into internet, so when this committee organized, and then 1977, this model has been widely popular to communicate for communication purposes. So open system connection reference model is the result of this effort. So that effort had been made. So in 1984, after 1977 to 1984, OSI reference model was approved internationally. Okay, it is approved in 1984 internationally standard for communication architecture, which is right now in 2021 is also very important that to understand OSI model, because it is widely used in present also. So term open denotes the ability to connect any two systems, which conforms to the reference model and associated standards. So open means connected. Open means ready to connect. Open means ready to connect. It is open. That means ready to connect with any PC and any device. Okay, mobile or computer. So what is OSI reference model? So you understood about the OSI model, and what is reference model? OSI model is now considered the primary architecture model for intercommunication. So you can communicate with different PCs with separate devices. Okay. So if you are searching on internet, if you are googling it, so OSI plays an important role whenever you work on internet. Whenever you work on internet, so it is already defined into browsers where protocol has been set. So the OSI model describes how information or data may be from application programs such as spreadsheets through a network medium such as wire to another application program located on another network. Okay. So OSI model describes how information or data makes its way from application programs such as spreadsheets through a network medium, okay, so to another application program. So and whenever you are communicating with different devices, whenever you are communicating with different devices, then it is very important to communicate with OSI model. Okay, so the OSI reference model divides the problem of moving information between computers over a network medium into 7 smaller and more manageable problems. So what it is, 7 problems. The separation into smaller more manageable function is known as layering. The 7 small problems kya hai? Which is layering. So what is 7 layers? So it is very important to know the OSI model, then even very important to know about this 7 layer, because OSI model is a internationally used communication architecture, but when you are solving this problem, then you have to work on these 7 layers. Okay, so OSI is an uh, internationally approved standard of communication for system architecture, and this 7 layers is into OSI model where you have to work upon. Okay, so 7 layers. Now we are starting with the 7 layers. What is 7 layers? Okay, so this OSI reference model, 7 layers, is described here right now in your screen. So you can see that first started with the physical layer, then data link layer, the network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, application layer. So you need to memorize it and remember this with the serial of this OSI model layers. So this will be into the serial. You can count it from the top. You can count it from the top, or you can count from it to the bottom. Okay. So here is, you can count it from the physical, or you can count it from the application portion. So if you are counting from top, then first of all it is application layer, then it is presentation layer, then session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, and physical layer. So whenever you start transmission, so you need to know about the physical transmission, because hardware is directly communicating with different devices. If two devices is if you want to connect with two devices, then two hardware devices you have to connect. So first you have to work upon physical layer. Okay, so binary transmission is the basis of this physical layer. So I will let you know about the protocol further, but right now we are discussing on the physical layer where we require only binary transmission, where 0 1 is required to be transmitted. Okay, so in data link layer, in data link layer is categorized into access to media, where media has been accessed, where two devices is starting connecting with each other. Okay, where processes started to synchronize. Okay, so next is network layer. Layer is address and best path. So where your system is where is your system, and how the system is connected to the first PC. The second PC is how connected to the second PC. The first PC and second PC should started connecting with the network layer, address and best path. And the transport layer, where end-to-end connections is established. Session layer, where inter-host communication is done. Then presentation layer, where data is represented in a manner where in which whatever you send. So first of all, in presentation layer, it will work on host PC also, and if you are if you know about the OSI model, then this layer is work on host PC as well as the client PC. Okay, so it will be like two OSI models working on two different devices, where application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, and physical layer. Okay, so this is client PC and this is host PC, where in both the scenario there the protocol is working. Okay, understood. So now on ASI layered network model, the process of breaking up the function or task of networking into layers reduce complexity. If you want to reduce your complexity, and if you want to write a small program, small size program, then this process required to be very important task, which is layering. Okay, so each layer provides a service to the layer above it on the protocol specification. So so where it is protocol, where layer provides a service to the layer above it in the protocol specification. So each layer communication with the same layers software or hardware on the computer. So each layer communicates with the same layer. So if we are into host PC or a client PC, then both PC will require this layer. Okay. So the lower four layer, this is lower four layers like transport, network, data link, and physical layer. So we are if you see in previous slide that this this starting four layer, that means this physical layer, this data link layer, network layer, and transport layer. Okay, this this lower four layers, which whatever I am highlighting right now. So this lower four layers are concerned with the flow of data from end to end through the network. Okay, so uh, it will be concerned to flow of data. So these lower four layers is concerned to flow of data. Okay, so you can make a note by writing this, that transport, network, data link, and physical layer are concerned with flow of data. Okay, so this is a very important point to remember. So, and the upper four layer, if we are talking about the upper four layer of the OSI model, the application, presentation, session layer. The 7, 6, and 5 are oriented towards the service to the application. So it's only provide the service to the application. Okay. So the lower four layers work upon flow of data, and the upper four layers is work upon the services to the application. Okay. So if you are talking about the data encapsulation, data is encapsulated with the necessary protocol information as it moves down the layers before the network transit. So data is encapsulated with the necessary protocol, so then it will be communicate with different layers on the same system or on different system with the same layer. Okay, so in previous slide I already mentioned and told you that each layer communicate with the same layer. Okay, on different system. Application layer will communicate to the application layer, right? Okay, now we will work upon each layer. So first we starting from the physical layer. So we are starting from physical layer. So it provides the physical interface for transmission of information. So I'm writing it. So as we know that provides physical interface for transmission of information and defines rules by which bits are passed from one system to another on a physical communication medium. Defines the rules by which are passed from one system to another on a physical communication medium. Okay.